The Prime Minister is seemingly making good his pledge upon returning from the African Union Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to stop the nominations made by President Mwai Kibaki before the names are tabled in Parliament. In a letter addressed to House Speaker Kenneth Marende, Odinga says he was not consulted. The Premier says his Chief of Staff wrote to Ambassador Francis Muthaura to defer consultations on the nominations until this week, since he was travelling to Ethiopia. Nonetheless, he says the nominations were made in his absence and without prior consultations. On the nomination of Justice Al-Nashir Visram, Raila says he was not consulted and further argues since the nominee is a serving judge, he should be vetted as required of all judges under the new constitution. The other three nominations, those of the Attorney General, Director of Public Prosecutions and Control of the Budget, do not require the input of the Judicial Service Commission. But Section 29 of the 6th Schedule, which he quotes in the letter, says any such appointments until the first general election under the new order should be made by the President with consultations with the Prime Minister. Thus, Raila terms them invalid. Raila also says the agreement on the principles of partnership of the coalition government requires both principles to work together in good faith as true partners through constant consultation and willingness to compromise. And in a constitution that recognizes the National Accord, Raila quotes Article 2, subsection 2, which says no person may claim or exercise state responsibility except as authorized under this constitution. This in response to claims that the President must not be in agreement with the Prime Minister. Raila says he is ready to consult with the President over the Chief Justice's position, although the Judicial Service Commission should also be involved. He also says he is ready to consult over the other positions, but through public participation as well, that should incorporate applications from Kenyans, with attention being paid on gender balance. His sentiments have been echoed from other quarters.
They've ganged up in such large numbers in Parliament that is why they want everything to be resolved, because that is where they are strongest. So they are saying that there is no other forum that has a say on this matter because they want the matter to be resolved in the forum where they are strongest. That is not true. The courts have a say and can have a say, and that is why we are going to court.
An accord was painstakingly negotiated.
It now puts the ball on the Speaker's court once again. Marende is supposed to make a ruling that rekindles a similar standoff in 2009, when the principals failed to agree on who is to become the leader of government business in Parliament, with the President nominating Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka, while the Prime Minister nominating himself for the job. In his ruling then, Marende ruled that he would assume the chair until a solution was found, and urged the two principals to consult and come up with a solution. Hussein Mohammed, Citizen Live at 9.